So I've been told 10 minutes is not a long time. I thought I was going to finish in 5 minutes. We'll see how we go. That's me from this morning. So Mari, do you want to do some drug and alcohol tests? We'll do it after.
It's fine.
I'll start with a quick introduction to my family, and I'll move on to the people that work for me, and then talk about some of the how SEO works. I'll try to keep it non-technical so that we can all understand. So I've got a fair few slides. I'll run through it really quickly. Just want to make sure I'm running on time. So that's Anushka. That's my younger daughter. She's 3. That's my older one, Amira. She's 6, and that's my wife there, Nidhi. She asked me not to talk about her age, so I just left it there. So that's us. Just a photo taken a couple of weeks ago. So that's my family right there. So I just want to talk to you guys about my personal story, right? So it's important who I am and how that relates to me being in business, right? So I migrated to Australia in 2009 from India with a suitcase and roughly about $2,000. That still hasn't changed. I still got about that somehow. And yeah, obviously the hope is to be successful, right? Okay, so just put a little timeline there in terms of how when things happen. So I came in 2009, started working at Coles, stocking shelves, looking for my first job. Finally cracked through, getting my first desk job. Worked for an advertising agency called KWP. Worked there for some time, but then I started my first business because that's what I really wanted to do. So I started my first business in Australia called Digital Arm. We used to make websites. Lucky for Terry, we don't do that anymore. And then 2017, I sold the business to a software company, and they hired me as a BDM for a couple of years as part of my contract. So I had to be there. Didn't really enjoy working with someone else. I finished my 2-year contract and then back again. So I started another business called Foreign Exchange, which is, like Betty mentioned, was the only online platform where people traveling overseas can actually buy currency and they can have the money delivered to them anywhere in Australia, or they can pick up from the closest post office. So the border's about to open, so hopefully something starts to happen. After COVID happened, sort of thinking, how do I get back into business? And then I started my third business, which is Aussie SEO, which is what I'm doing now. So that's sort of, a timeline in terms of how I've been. So that's my team, the magicians. So John, if you want anyone from you mentioned you wanted magicians, you can pick anyone of us from here. So I'm the founder and CEO. John is my business partner. So we have people actually all over the world. So he's in Europe. He spends about 6 months in Adelaide and 6 months in Europe. He's in Europe at the moment. And then we've got a content writer, Rina, she's here. Richard is in the Philippines. Carl, Ken, Genesis, they're all the back end engine of the work we do. Nathan is a developer who helps us. Lauren does the Google Ads for us. She's based locally. I don't know who that is. It's Eliza, I think. Yeah, there she is. She's obviously helping us with the bookkeeping side of things. So what we do is essentially 2 sides, which is basically just the stuff that happens on Google, right? So search engine optimization, which is a mystery for everyone, even for us, because Google changes algorithms every day, and we're sort of guessing as well, but we follow best practices. And then PPC, which most people don't understand what PPC is. The PPC is pay-per-click, which is essentially it's called Google Ads. So I'll take you to that in a second. So I think Linda took us through this a couple of weeks ago in an education piece, like what's paid and organic. So when you see on a Google page, the top part there which says ad is Google Ads, and then this part here is where the Google My Business shows up. If you're a local business, Google actually picks up where you are searching from, and it'll start showing you results based on where you are. So your results will change if you're in not Adelaide as opposed to anywhere else. And then obviously the organic results as well. Another thing with organic results, when you search for things, they change based on your mobile. So if you're using a desktop or a mobile, at the same time, the same place, you'll see 2 different results, right? So it's a bit tricky. But that's sort of, the difference between SEO and PPC. So SEO is PPC. just wanted to, without digging deep into it, essentially SEO is like owning a house and Google Ads is like renting a house, right? For Google Ads, you keep paying and you're on there. SEO, you're always going to be there. It's like that's your equity, right? They would probably know that in terms of equity. So you're just going to stay there. You stop paying Google Ads, you're done. You don't see ads. So as I mentioned, with the SEO solution, there's no limit to the amount of traffic. With Google Ads, you've got to keep paying them, and then you can basically keep seeing your ads and get some traffic. There's a lot that happens on Google's page. I mean, you guys just have a look at it. It's like, just looking at something, but there's a breakdown of stuff that actually happens. There's keywords, long tail keywords, as Holly mentioned. There's SERP, there's SERP feature, there's feature snippets, and there's rich snippets. There's a lot of stuff that happens there, which we're working on. The technical process, I don't want to go into much in detail, but we essentially do the initial site audit. We do a competitors research in terms of what other competitors are doing in your space. What are the keywords they're ranking for? What are the keywords you want to rank for? We can't create content, with like Holly does for her clients in terms of making sure your content shows up. We optimize those content and other stuff that's on page. Link building, I'll talk to you that in a second, and then there's a content strategy, and then we provide monthly reports. I've got 3 minutes. SEO, it's basically search engine optimization, and just helping people get in front of their customers. Just a little thing there. It's like the SEO soup. You need quality backlinks, great content, and just technical stuff. Then you got the on-page stuff that we do on the website, and the stuff we do outside of the website. Right? That's off-page. Content is king. Everything we do relates to content, right? No matter what it is, because when people are searching for something, your content is what actually comes up. So content is extremely, extremely important, from an SEO standpoint. The intent as well. So, what are these customers looking for? What do they really want? How you connect your website to the content, the actual intent of the actual customer. So Google looks at a lot of that. Keywords, really important. That's just an example of a consulting service that charges $10,000 a month. But if you're providing free, one of your content is about free business growth tips, you're going to get, not the person who pays $10,000. You've got to find the right customers with the right content. Again, website authority. There's stuff that happens on the domain and outside. Backlinks essentially is it's a vote from one website to the other, saying, hey, look, I think these guys are really good. There's a link from one website to the other. Google really likes that. So if you're a mortgage broker and you get a link from, let's say, CanStar, that's amazing. That's what you want. And the list goes on. There's plenty of things that I could go on for hours, days, weeks talking about. So there's a lot of stuff that goes behind somebody's website actually showing up on Google, right? There's quick tips I wanted to sort of give you guys in terms of building more trust. You got to be patient. So it takes time to build that trust on Google. You got to understand people's intent when they're searching for your product and services, and you got to give them what they want. Not what you want. Here's some of our clients. Even 21, they're on radio quite often nowadays, if you hear them. Rages and Beauty, they're e-commerce site. There's professional cleaning. SKDA is one of my really good friends and one of my best clients. They sell dirt bike stickers, finally based in Adelaide. They've got easy up hires that do scissor lift. Best exchange rates are just, when you're looking for traveling overseas and you need travel money card. And then a couple of others that we already know. Now, in terms of my business model, this is how we've sort of structured ourselves. We've got the white labeling side of the business, and then we've got the direct, right? White labeling is essentially social media companies, website companies, IT companies, hosting companies, software. So we sort of are the back end, of their clients. So the clients work with these white labeling companies. We just sit behind them and actually do the work. And then we've got direct clients, people who have any e-commerce sites, non-e-commerce, so just like local businesses, law firms, beauty salons, plumbers, accounting firms, cleaning companies, real estate agents, insurance companies, you name it, right? Any local business that want to get in front of their customers, we help them get in front of them. That was good. Cool, thank you.